Hi everybody, I'm Ben Crawford, and thank you to Alan and Paul and Herrick Feinstein for hosting this event. So speakers from all around the world were promised, but I actually, as maybe counterintuitively, have just come from Brooklyn. We have a team here in New York City of account execs and associates and so on, and I think we got a bunch in the room if you want to put your hands up here. We have people here in London, in Dubai, in Sydney, in Texas, in California, and so on. When I say people, I'm talking about account executives to work with brands and with other GTLD applicants on obviously obtaining the GTLD they want and helping them through the process of actually managing it. And why we are in all those places, not because the technology's there, because that's where the customers are. And we're obviously a very customer-focused organization. When I say customers, I mean brands, obviously, I mean entrepreneurs, and I mean investors too, because obviously this is a very interesting investment opportunity, and we facilitate all three of those types of involvements with this process. As Kurt explained, the process of developing this new application guidebook, I think the one message that would have been clear to all of you is this is a completely new process, bearing no relationship to what's happened before. And in order to address this completely new process, we decided completely new teams were needed. So as well as all the kind of domain name veterans with the 10 years in the industry that we have, we brought in MBAs who are focused on modeling and business planning, and we brought in specialists for technical documentation and winning tenders. So something that was a focus of mine in the past as well. Because obviously all these skills are needed to back our clients in getting what they want. And basically what that means is obtaining the maximum scores that you can for your application. Also, when I can announce 6 years ago that they had new GTLDs in mind, our process has been to send teams of up to 12 people to every single ICANN meeting, and basically be closely involved and follow every single detail of the process. So when it comes to answering the questions, it's not just what's the word on the page, but what's all the debate that went behind that. So what does it actually mean, and what were they thinking of when they came up with that form of words? And obviously also we've been able to, as they've been through draft after draft of these guidebooks, we've been able to audit all of our technology systems against every draft to make sure that we're always above specification on what will be required at the end, and which obviously we are. So we're also a registry. Basically we've been doing it for 15 years. We've got 25 domain extensions under management. We supply the domains directly to 1,500 registrars who are the retailers, who through them there's about 100,000 resellers around the world. We're above spec on all the ICANN stuff, like all of our domains have DNSSEC. We've been supporting IDNs, the non-ASCII script, non-Latin alphabets since before the standards were set back in 2001. And but we launched our dotBrand solutions business. So our company is called CentralNic. dotBrand solutions is a service that we launched at the beginning of this year, and then in about March we launched what we called our defensive package, which has been I think very influential, as I spent a lot of time with security people, with brand protection people and so on, and realized that tons of trademark owners and brand owners are doing this defensively, and really the last thing they're looking for is a big bill. So we've come up with very kind of cost-effective ways to help brands acquire and hold domains in an inexpensive but extremely secure way, which passes all of ICANN's requirements. However, as we've heard, there's also tons of things that brands can do to actually exploit their dotBrands, and Gartner Group recently have put out a paper, and they mention things like, they say TLD is valuable to businesses with affiliates and affinity sites, franchises who have agents, who have partner networks, who have big fan communities, and also who have tons of websites that they might like to all bring under a brand. And the example I always think of is people like MTV. They have 1,000 websites, and it would make complete sense that you'd have JerseyShore.mtv. It would be probably the most intuitive possible domain name for a program like that. What I've learned is that many brands want to have these discussions. None of them want to have them publicly. Certainly none of them want to have them streamed live on the internet. So obviously feel free to come and see me or any of my colleagues and associates around the room at any time. We're very happy to talk to you about what other people are doing, what we've heard they're doing, and what you could do to make good use of your dotBrand. Similarly, I'd say for entrepreneurs out there who are looking at this as a business opportunity, and for investors as well, we have really good packages for them to facilitate making some money out of this. One of our focuses is IDNs, and IDNs are other scripts like Cyrillic, Arabic, Chinese, Korean, etc., not in English, because if you think about it, as the price of mobile phones goes down and the internet becomes accessible to more and more people around the world, most of the next billion people using the internet will not be using our alphabet, they'll be using their alphabets. This is a phenomenal opportunity to be part of all of these people getting online, and it's something we're very closely involved with. We have many opportunities. We'd love to bring in partners into that. So lastly, I'd like to, I know there've been some jokes about the name of this session, and I actually found the original Seinfeld merchandise. So Alan, Paul, I got you one each. And we've got a few extras if anybody else is interested in this. Thank you all very much. Thank you.